Hi guys, today I would like to introduce to you three software. First is gonna be Lumion, then I'm gonna introduce TwinMotion, and then I will introduce Inscape. Why I picked these three softwares is that the reason for that is that these softwares are really well connected with the BIM software. What I mean is that I'm gonna show you. So as you can see on the background is there's a video from Lumion. One of the key features of these three softwares is also the possibility to output a video that may help you in showcasing what is your concept. I mean that the world is moving towards more visual and more somehow interactive presentations, so a good video can promote your architecture also. So this rendering software has, this is the compatibility. So as you can see in here is how to describe it, and also ArchiCAD. So first I'm gonna open Revit just to showcase what's the reason and why I'm showing you these softwares. The reason is this interconnectivity. As you can see, there is a wall in Revit, and as you move the wall, the rendering gets updated in the real time. So if you have two displays, you can on one have Revit opened, and on the other one you can have this updated in real time, so you actually see what happens when you change the wall. So this is basically connection to Revit, and I will just try to open also ArchiCAD, and it should work similarly. That means that as you can see in here, there is an ArchiCAD file. It's kind of easy. There is not so much stuff inside. It's just like the basic geometry that you need and basic furnishing. And inside Lumion, that is again interconnected, you can blend plants, for example, or add the detail that would provide sufficient representation of the space that you design. And it should not get your ArchiCAD file more heavy. That's one of the key features. And why I'm also introducing this software is that all of them have student license, so you can either buy them. This is an option for the future. So if you consider yourself as a lone wolf, or if you want to start your architecture career in future as a standalone architect, you should consider also the price for the software that you want to work with, because once you learn a software, it's gonna get much more harder to do the switch. So the price for Lumion at the moment is, for the basic version of Lumion 11, 1,500 euros, and for Lumion Pro that has all rendering effects, that means that this is a limited option, so it has only 1/3 of content of the library, and these libraries are also the reason why I'm showing you this, because Lumion, TwinMotion, and also Inscape have their own libraries that can help you to showcase your design. So this Lumion Pro, the price is double of the Lumion, that means 3,000, but it has the full content and all renderings effects. But this is what you go for. Student's license, you can apply for the student license, contact local partner, select your country. So right now for me it's Slovak Republic, but if you go here, and there is an option to go for Czech Republic, and in here I think that there is an application form for you. I also applied, and I think that it was kind of easy to get the license. So this is the first software that I would like to introduce to you. So the second software that I would like to introduce to you is TwinMotion. TwinMotion is based on Unreal Engine. This is a game engine, but it's the leading one, so it's really nice, and it offers, similarly as Lumion, fast, easy, real-time archives. I did not mention this when I was talking about Lumion. These softwares are really easy to use. They're really user-friendly, and they were designed mostly for architects. That means that it does not have a very difficult line of learning. It's drag and drop most of the times, applying materials, adding some parts of the library inside. It's quite straightforward, so that's about TwinMotion, and I will show you a video that says a lot about how does it work again. So we can see that it's very visual, it's moving, there is water, so people. I believe that it really helps to showcase what is your concept and how you imagine that it will work with people, it will live on the street. And yeah, from BIM, it's also connected to VR. So if you plan on using virtual reality in the future, Lumion, TwinMotion, and Inscape is where to go. And it has a really good value for time. That means that you're gonna get, I don't know, I would say that 80% of the top rendering in a very short amount of time. You don't need to model anything again. It's connected with your BIM software, so if you do a change inside the software, it will apply on the model. And here is the compatibility, so you can see there is 3D Max, ArchiCAD, Rapid, Rhino, RigCAD, and SketchUp. And I wanted to show you one more thing. Yeah, it's basically built on these plugins. So there is a BIM model in your ArchiCAD, there is this plugin, and it synchronizes, and there is a standalone model outside of ArchiCAD that has all the other stuff. That means all of these trees, all of these people, they're not going to be shown in ArchiCAD nor Revit. It's only inside the TwinMotion file, and that one is synchronized with your BIM. And again, we can check the pricing. So I go for download, and you can see that TwinMotion is basically 1/6 of the price of Lumion, and I would say that this offers quite a good software for this kind of price. I do believe that Lumion has nicer visuals, but from my experience, it's also heavier on computer. So if you have a laptop and maybe not the newest one, the same as me, then you should consider rather TwinMotion than Lumion if you want to work on the go. And also education, so you can apply for educational license of TwinMotion, and that one is basically with all the assets and all the library. There are no limits, only till you finish your studies. So this was TwinMotion, and we're gonna go for Inscape. So third software that I would like to introduce is Inscape. Inkscape is a bit different than the previous two softwares, and that is in a way that this one is only a plugin. It's not a standalone software. You cannot start Inkscape without having a model in SketchUp, Rhino, in BIM software, or like Revit or ArchiCAD. That means that this software is actually kind of light. I think it's the first time I downloaded Inkscape, it was like 16 megabytes, and I think that this version is around, I don't know, I guess up to 300 megabytes, but definitely much lighter than the previous softwares. And also it offers different kind of experience because yeah, I will show you later on one of my projects. There is a tab in here that says Why Inkscape and Integrated Workflow. And this one is basically saying what I wanted to show you and what I wanted to say to you is that with Inscape there are TwinMotion or Lumion. The process is straightforward. That means that your BIM model is connected with the visuals. If you turn this off, if you do not use this these types of software, you have to have one BIM model and then a separate file, for example SketchUp, Rhinoceros or whatever, and that one is going to be rendered in, let's say, V-Ray or another rendering software, only rendering. Why this is not the best workflow is that if you make an iteration or if you have a client change or something like this, it's never connected. That means that you need to do changes in here and also in here. And there is a very good video in here, and I would like to show you this one.
What is design? Design is the process of making ideas visible, making ideas work, and evolving them into solutions. During this process, you need tools to empower you along the way. Introducing Inscape, a real-time rendering and VR plugin that gives you this power.
Rhino,
it's the easiest and fastest way to turn models into immersive 3D experiences. Our UI lets you visualize as you design intuitively. Streamline your process with a unified BIM modeling and visualization workflow.
As you can see, the visuals are quite nice.
Present concept studies.
They're comparable.
Explore design decisions.
Previous software.
And iterate effectively.
If I should put them
see and solve issues live before they impact the final result.
Lumion offers the best.
Collaborate and evaluate ideas in real time and make better decisions faster.
But Inscape is very close to Lumion.
Choose from a growing collection of incredible assets, or import your own.
But yeah, I prefer
find the right material from an impressive assortment.
I worked also on TwinMotion.
Fine-tune it until you have the perfect texture.
Better lighting. I would say that
amaze clients with an unparalleled design experience. Illustrate how ideas become visible and transform into reality.
And even with a better software. So,
design intuitively with a tool that's with you every step of your design process.
Let's get down to business. Let's check the pricing. And as you can see, there is a trial version that is free. And this one has also a different type of licensing. And it's similar as, I guess, the future is gonna bring a lot more of this. It's pay per month or pay per year license. That means that every month, if you have a floating license for more people on more computers, it's 65 euros per month. And if you have a fixed seat license, if you buy it for a year, it's 38 euros. If you buy it for a month, it's even more than the floating license. But again, And in here it's kind of, I would say that in here it's kind of hidden, but it's still here. Is there a student license or academic license? And you click here and it will again offer you panel for student's license and for applying for student's license. As you can see here, it works with Revit, SketchUp, Rhinoceros, ArchiCAD, and also Vectorworks. And now I will try to show you a little bit of the workflow in ArchiCAD connected with Inscape. Okay, so now with the showcase, this is a project of a family house in Czech Republic that I was working on, and I would like to show you what you can see in here. Okay, so this is my ArchiCAD window, and as you can see, the house is modeled quite detailedly, and there is some other geometry in here. As you can see, also these objects, they say that they look like trees, but very easy geometry. And when you go inside, you can see also that some of the geometry is detail and some of the geometry is not. So now this is a way how to engage with Inscape. So when I click on Start Inscape, it will open this window. And what you can see inside is that these boxy trees, they're not anymore boxy, they're normal trees. And as you can see, also the other geometry is much more detailed. Again, as I'm saying, why I recommend this type of software is that I have experience with different types of software, and for my purposes, this one is the best, because not only it allows me to travel and work at the same time, because I need only my laptop and it's a pretty small one, and I can still get very nice results. I will show you just in a brief moment. But we in our company, we also present in 3D, and as you can see in here, it's connected with VR. So you will get a helmet, and you can actually walk inside the house. This is this, as you can see right now, it does not look that pretty. Is that that's because right now my rendering quality is set to draft. That means it's the worst quality that you can have in here. I will show you how the other quality look also, but what I wanted to show you also is that in here you have also this type of camera settings. You can change the field of view quite easily. So if you want to have something like a lens effect from a camera, you can set, for example, for 33 degrees, and then you need to move back from the house to get the real picture. But yeah, for the moment I will just leave it for 90. And there are some other settings in here. I'm not gonna go through all of the settings because I don't want to overwhelm you, but it's quite straightforward. All three of the software, you can download the educational license, you can work with the software and learn to use the software quite as easily. In 1 week time, you can proceed with the renderings quite well. Okay, so if I set this for Ultra, you're gonna see that it changed a bit. It changed the way how the glass is shown. It calculates differently also the sun, and yeah, then it gets a bit slower for my computer at least. But the last thing that was not shown also on the previous software, but also the other software can do this, is that in here you can actually simulate also time. So that means that on the right bottom corner, you can see that I'm changing the time of the day, and also the sky, and also the light changes. So this one is really nice if you search for a specific kind of atmosphere, for example. This is at 3 p.m. and as you can see, there is a shadow from the biggest tree at this part of the house, at the terrace. And later on, as the shadow moves, you can get also this evening sunlight also on the terrace. So this is one of the ways how to actually compare and search for the optimal solution to put the terrace. You can put it on the other side of the house, and you can simulate in here and work with the light. And to show you how does the final render look like. So without any type of Photoshop or post-production, this is the type of visuals you can get out of Inscape, and I got for this project. So as you gonna render interior, I suggest Inscape because the interior renders are quite nice. At least that's my feeling of the software. So and there is one more project just to show you also how does it work with lights. So in here you can see that it works nicely also with the light, even if there is daylight, and the light can be turned on. So this was the introduction of the real-time rendering softwares. I thank you for your attention, and hope to see you soon on the next lesson with nice projects that are going to be worked on already. Thank you. This is just a short postscriptum for the real-time render softwares. I will just show you 3 softwares that are not real-time renders, but you can also do real-time rendering inside, but they're meant for visualizations that are photorealistic. So first, there is Blender, Unreal Engine, and 3ds Max. 3ds Max is industry standard, and even though it has really beautiful visuals and just a short video. This is all rendered. It's built in the model. So this is what you can get on 3ds Max. But again, I would say that this type of software, they're meant for 3D artists or for bigger studios that have their separate guys for visualizations. So if you want to learn this, it will pay off, of course, because you can find a job working on these types of pictures and videos. But for this project, I would say that it's a bit of overkill. So I'm just gonna close this. As I mentioned before, TwinMotion is based on Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine is a game engine, and this is what you can see in here, this video. It's in-game video. That means that this is the future of how games are gonna look. Unreal Engine 5 allows for they based their computing in a different way, so that allows for such complex geometry as you can see in here. And for me, if they put this in VR, I think that this is like already Inscape when I use it in VR. It's really difficult for some people to say if they are in reality or not. And this kind of like games, they're very immersive, so this will be the future. And a lot of people also use this for archivists. So you can also work in Unreal Engine, but again, it's much more difficult to learn, and it's not meant for architects by design. Much more for 3D artists. And third software is Blender. This one is for free, and yeah, also Unreal Engine is free, but Blender is also free, and it's developed by community. So this is a kind of a community program. And in recent years, I would say that it did great, and there is a huge leap forward. So yeah, I would, if I would try to start a career as a 3D artist, or if you are really into this like nice visuals and stuff, Blender is definitely a software that you should consider, considering that at the beginning it can help you save up to 6,000 euros. Okay, so this is really the end of the video. Thank you so much for your attention. See you next time.